Hello, I'm Kyle Larkin. Today we're focusing on high energy hazards, or as we say at Granite, sticky, stuff that can kill you. These are hazards that can occur on our job sites.
Welcome to Granite Construction, where safety is one of our core values. Our efforts to continuously improve the safety and health of our workplace has led us to change the way we look at hazards in our work locations. Sadly, the construction industry has not seen a decrease in significant injuries and fatalities for over 15 years. Because of this, we worked in partnership with our industry leaders to develop an enhancement to our safety program called STCKY, the stuff that can kill you. Granite has modified our program and our approach to safety management to place a concentrated effort for preventing significant injuries and fatalities. We want our people to lead the industry in preventing the sticky on all of our projects and work locations. Going forward, we, as one Granite, one family, one construction industry, we should not have fatalities on our projects. We believe that your active participation in identifying the sticky and implementing controls, we could send our people home safely every day. When it comes to sticky in the workplace, Granite has identified 8 categories. These categories are pinches and crushes, picks and lifts, moves, work environment, stress and tension, shocks and electrical, toxic and flammable, and falls. The purpose of this video is to explain each of these categories to give you a better understanding of what it means to identify sticky.
We work around a lot of heavy machinery and equipment, the traveling public, and even hand tools that can cause horrible injuries or worse if something goes wrong. Suspended loads, saws, conveyors, etc. all can pinch or crush you or your body parts that are placed in harm's way. Hands are the most often injured because they're a part of the body that is used mostly while doing your job. Be sure to keep your hands and other body parts out of the line of fire. All moving machinery with pinch points must be kept guarded, and guards should never be removed when machinery is in operation.
Equipment used to lift and hoist, which can include cranes, excavators, gantries, telehandlers, and forklifts. The keys to success: never allowing employees underneath suspended loads, never working outside the load chart for the equipment, and only allowing qualified riggers to use certified rigging for the load to be picked. Checklist items: rigging must be inspected by a qualified rigger. Load charts will be utilized in the planning of lifts prior to work commencing. All employees will be aware that being underneath suspended loads is strictly prohibited. Employees must stay clear of the fall zone of excavator booms and buckets in the event that hydraulics were to fail and the boom were to fall to the ground. The ground beneath equipment must be stable and capable of supporting the weight of the load and the stresses upon that. Non-conductive taglines will be used to control all suspended loads, and the capacities of the machine and the intended load are not to be exceeded.
Sticky moves account for energy sources that move, such as heavy equipment. Ensuring all heavy equipment are equipped with backup alarms, establishing communication with operators, staying out of blind spots, wearing appropriate high visibility PPE, and conducting thorough equipment inspections is how we prevent sticky move incidents from occurring.
Hazardous atmospheric working conditions, working over or near water, extreme heat or cold weather, in addition to other weather conditions such as flooding, lightning, tornadoes, etc. Also, access into a confined space that is not designed for continual human occupancy, limited means of access and/or egress. A hazardous atmosphere may be present.
Now, when we talk about stress and tension, we should be thinking about tasks that includes pressurized air or water, hydraulics, rigid materials such as rebar or conduit, and even rigging. A classic example of stress and tension is a pickup truck gets stuck. Use a chain to pull it out. Once that chain becomes rigid and shock loaded, it can snap. They become fine projectiles that can either hurt or kill our employees. Now, when we're going through our safe work plan and we're talking about our take fives and we're identifying these tasks, we should remember our critical controls. That is to only use approved towing straps for pulling equipment. Never use chains for pulling. You can use them for load securement, but not towing. Make sure we're inspecting our rigging, making sure we have whip checks on our hoses. We should be talking about these things, identifying these things in our daily game plan.
Electrical work in progress, maintenance of equipment, unexpected electrical issues. temporary power, portable generators, and working around utilities can all be sources of potential sticky, shock, and electrical incidents. Knowing overhead power line voltages, maintaining clearance distances, adequately poling for utilities, and ensuring our equipment is properly grounded helps us prevent sticky incidents.
Many of the products we work with may be toxic or flammable. Examples can be fuels like diesel or gasoline and various chemical products that we might use in our work. Always review the SDS for any products that you'll be working with to know the hazards and precautions that are needed. The SDS will also inform you of the appropriate PPE needed when working with the product. Keep flammable products stored appropriately with smaller quantities inside of a flammable storage cabinet. Label all the containers or contents and the hazards they might represent. All flammable products must be kept away from any ignition source. Vapors of some products may be flammable or toxic and should be used in well-ventilated areas or with the correct respiratory protection. Always wash your hands before eating, drinking, or using tobacco products. Be sure that you're not ingesting anything harmful. Not following safety precautions when using toxic or flammable products can result in serious burns or other adverse health effects.
Falls are defined by changes in elevation, even before regulatory thresholds for fall protection are enacted. Working in elevated platforms, climbing ladders, servicing equipment, assessing equipment, offloading materials, slip, trips, and falls from the same working surface. This also includes all impalement hazards that employees are exposed to and can fall on or be impaled by.
Hopefully by now, you have a better understanding of what sticky means to us here at Granite and how it impacts you day to day in the workplace. We thank you for your time and your commitment to the safety of our people and our program.